Hello and welcome to Mixedamillian tonight. On tonight's episode, we will be going over the escapees of the St. Vincent's Insane Asylum. These rebellious and brutish children, although they cannot claim it to be their own fault, but only the fault of the nature in which they were born with, have escaped an asylum in which they were confined for their, let us say, inhospitable attitudes towards the world and life in general. The escapees, or the children, as they are said to be, come from the Potts family. These children are raised in relative comfort in the warmth arms of their American home. But over the years, they became influentially insane, most due to the drinking water, in which their home provided that one of the children seemed to have been putting insurmountable amounts of chloride peroxide into. But no matter the reason why of their insanity, the curious case which we are examining today is how. How did they manage to escape from their, as we say it, fauquam penchant, which is the French word for crazy man cuckoo house. As we look here, this is the perpetrated area. This is St. Vincent's, now Academy, formerly Insane Asylum. All 6 seem to have escaped in that amount of time. They cleverly devised the escape plan which required they escape at the same time. Let us look at one by one at the escapees of this incident. This is Lucille Potts. Yes, she may seem normal on the outside, but on the inside, she is quite insane. This dramatic image which we have procured is of her mind.
Information is evenly and tidily stored. Now see the same thing on a woman. At first we see a similar result, but now look, still at a reasonably low level of education, her brain suddenly overloads. She cannot take in complicated information. She becomes frantically and absurdly deranged.
She has the constant requirement to what they call moosing people, adhering onto inane details which no one thinks of any importance, and then making the listener listen to them for hours on end. Quite insane indeed. These 3 think of themselves to be of the 3 Stooges. They have always considered them to be a sort of guiding monk, but they believe themselves to be the real reincarnation and cannot help but injure themselves and others in the delusions and aspersions of life. This one, Monica, has a procurement to sleep at inane times, which she has herself no control over. She sleeps in Willow. We found her outside the asylum shortly after she escaped from sleeping after escaping.
What is he doing?
I think he's sleeping.
Sleeping?
Well, he must be narcoleptic. It's a rare sleeping disorder.
But the boy here, his name is George Potts. George is known to be crazy insane with alien envy. He wishes he was an alien. Every day, he tries to find cans of SpaghettiOs because he says they resemble the ships which he came from, and writes messages to the aliens to rescue him. Some are encoded, some are not so subtle.
Their skin changes colors. That's why we couldn't see him that night.
This girl here, his name is Adelaide. Her insanity is deep and depraved. She has conjured dreams in the signs notes of her psychiatrist, which none can read. This is what it looks like. Although the psychiatrist says that he cannot interpret his own notes on her case, he says they are most accurate of what her thoughts are: the destruction of the planet and mankind in general. This is one Stephen Potts, who was not able to escape due to his consternation on his developing program. He has decided to try to reconstruct his mind out of magnets. This is what he says the inside of his feet look like, where his brain is located. Quite insane, I can assure you.
How many sodas have you had?
I don't know. Look, I can write on my tongue.
Though we do not know how or why they conjured together to escape this asylum, we can be sure of this: they are quite insane children, and should be regarded as dangerous and, more importantly, unstable to the foundation of our society. Should these children ever be given their freedom? That is not for me to say, but no. They should always be constrained, tightened, gone to bed as early as 7:30 every night. Well, that seems to be all from us from Mixedamillion tonight, on this night, tonight. We hope you will join us again next week for a fascinating episode on who stole the potatoes from Mr. McGregor's farmer. Was Peter Rabbit framed, or was it Mopsy, Flopsy, and Cottontail? You will learn all this and more. From our hearts to yours, good night.
Easy, Mongo, easy!
Stop stirring.